right side here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 21, here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw, Watson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. Bulldozes past him. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, Lucas. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight. become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That was terrible. Awful. Seriously, just disgraceful.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards, first down Niners. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. They fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Back to throw. Lucas. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, "I want to play mistake-free football." Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And that's going to be another 1st down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Browns at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins in 8 prior to that defeat.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You look at this Niner defense.
They are #2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hodgins in motion. Watson just beating the play clock. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a ground sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
That's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Lucas. He finds McCoy. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lucas. Got a man here. It's Bryant. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Browns nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, again to Spiller. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
50-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. An option handoff to Spiller. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll run on the draw. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Samuel going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And running with power here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, Lucas. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
On 1st down, Lucas. That's Samuel caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, 49ers.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
They work now on 2nd and 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looks like they'll move things around here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion right, Debo. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Lucas. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play. And better ball.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Lucas. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Throwing on 1st down. Lucas. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Round 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking deep here for Mechie. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Jair Brown who's got it. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing to start the drive. Lucas. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. To throw on 3rd down, Lucas. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Hands this to Spiller to start things. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Simpson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Mechie, 26 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On 1st and 10, Lucas. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He gets this out to Spiller. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
The gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not where you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Lucas. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Lucas. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 88 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. On 1st down, Lucas. That is caught left side by Bryant. Touchdown 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Dances by him. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 2nd down, Davis. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Browns 17. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Why are you giving up?
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now 2nd and 9. Inside give to Davis. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Slot man moves right. From the gun on 3rd down, Lucas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Watson.
Well, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He completes this to Sutton.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
41-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Simpson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
This now a 3rd and 4. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. That is caught. Oh, and Nelson's face tackling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins from 19 yards away.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Mechie, the man in motion. A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Watson. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Watson to throw. He'll find Hodgins there complete. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Watson. This ball caught by Mechie. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This is 1st and 10. Watson.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Watson down to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach in a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for San Francisco, the win will help them